in this program will have no idea what it's like to grow up, to live under occupation. Can you tell us something of your experience and the way in which Israel's occupation has changed over the years, or has impacted the lives of Palestinians over the years?
Well, this is an important question, and I'm happy to answer it. I actually grew up in forced exile, like many Palestine refugees. And my initial childhood experience of occupation was the fact that I was denied entry into my homeland. I was denied my own identity. And it wasn't until well after my teenage years that it was easier to present myself as Palestinian without having to pick a fight with the people on the other side of the conversation to prove that Palestine actually existed. And as a young adult, when I was finally allowed into Palestine, and living under occupation means that Israel decides where you can live, how you can live, and where you can move. It decides the routine you have in your day, in your week, about your grocery shopping, because your grocer and your vegetable store only has goods when the Israeli crossings inside the West Bank operate. So you operate on the Israeli calendar, not the Palestinian one. Israel decides who and how you can get married. Because if you happen to have a West Bank ID and you fall in love with someone from Jerusalem, you'll have a very hard time getting married, because your spouse might lose their ID, or your children might not have one at all. If you happen to fall in love with someone who carries a Gaza ID, your only option really is to move to Gaza, because there's no way that they can move to the West Bank, which is my lived experience. So everything, every detail of life, it really is quite amazing when you think about it, even for me as a Palestinian, in just how much Israel intervenes into the very fabric of life that we go in and day out. And the only way Palestinians survive that is by rising above that, by understanding that much of their life is beyond their control, but what is under their control is staying home, is being in their homeland, and is looking forward, and is never losing hope. I think that is the one thing that all Palestinians, regardless of geography, have in common.
Noor, time is tight, so I need a reasonably brief answer.